we saw 55 houses. And by the end of that time, when we finally found our house, how hard was it to walk away? It was horrible, because we're thinking if we walk away from this, we're looking at another year, another 55 houses. But one thing you can do to try to make that just a little bit more doable is to sit yourself down before the negotiation. Think about what might happen if you don't come to an agreement. And try to imagine what the world looks like then. And the longer you think of it, the less horrible it seems.
Okay, so it's almost the same concept again. Let me ask you one final question.
Yes.
And that is, some people say that you need to use your emotions in negotiations, that like anger has power, that, you know, feelings of worth have power, friendship, that has power, and a lot of these emotions that you feel in negotiations are actually things that you need to not only be mindful of and try to bring back into sort of the rational space, but also like go with them a bit. How do you feel about that?
I think that's true. I think that there are times when you need to let the other person know how much they've upset you. Right? There are times when you need to appeal to their emotions. There are times when you need to find affinity between your emotions and theirs. The question is, who is running the show? Because if you're up here, you're not managing your emotions. Your emotions are out of control. And that's when you get into trouble. If you manage your emotions, but then still show them, they're still there. And the other person will still be impacted by them, but then it's still your thinking brain that's in control. And you're not just running wild with these emotions that are driving you off the cliff.
Got it. Moshe Cohen, this was a pleasure. Thanks for
you.
helping.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
I feel like my emotions are very much in control. I have a good sense of my triggers. I feel good.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kurt.
Yeah. So Moshe Cohen, he is a professor. He teaches at Boston University Questrom School of Business, Negotiations, Leadership. He also do some work for organizations and trainings. And this was a pleasure to talk about this, to help us understand our emotions. If you enjoyed this, please do subscribe so that you can find out about the next edition of HBR Live and more great conversations about important topics that help you be a better manager, a better worker, and a better person in the world. So, Moshe, thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Kurt.
It was a pleasure.